All right, Steelers Nation, you know the deal. This team is constantly looking to sharpen its edge, to get better every single day. Because that's what it takes to bring a Lombardi trophy back to Pittsburgh. And if you love hearing about every twist, turn, and breakout moment on the road to that goal, go ahead and smash that like button right now. And hey, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you never miss the stories that really matter for the black and gold. The Steelers 2025 campaign is just getting started. But already, we've got some storylines heating up. One of the most exciting, rookie running back Caleb Johnson, the third-round pick out of Iowa, who came to Pittsburgh with a reputation for toughness, vision, and a work ethic that screams Steelers football. Now, Johnson wasn't drafted to sit and watch. The front office believes he can contribute right away. And in Arthur Smith's run-first offense, that's not just an opportunity, it's a responsibility. Smith wants a ground game that punishes defenses, wears them down, and sets the tone. From the very first snap, and Johnson's first taste of NFL action, it came in the preseason opener against the Jacksonville Jaguars, a game Pittsburgh won 31-25. The box score, 8 carries, 20 yards, and 1 catch for 6 yards. But numbers alone don't tell the whole story. For a rookie, the first game is about speed, adjustments, and showing flashes of why you belong here. After the game, former Steelers two-time Super Bowl champ Chris Hoke went on KDKA's nightly sports call and gave what I'd call a very honest but very encouraging review of Johnson's debut. First, Hoke acknowledged that Johnson still has a lot to learn, especially when it comes to reading NFL-level defenses and hitting the hole with urgency. That's something many rookie backs struggle with, but he also pointed out something crucial. Johnson showed toughness. On one play early in the game, backup QB Mason Rudolph wanted to check down to Johnson, but instead, Johnson stayed in to block. He stayed in a little too long, missing the chance to leak out as a safety valve. But here's the thing, the conversation around him before the draft was, can Caleb Johnson protect well? He took a step toward answering that question, and then came his wow moment, a step that planted Jaguars rookie Travis Hunter into the turf. Hoke loved it, and I think every Steelers fan watching at home probably replayed that one a few times. That's what you want to see, a back who can make the first guy miss, turn a dead-end play into positive yards, and send a message while he's doing it. Here's why Johnson's debut matters more than the raw stat sheet. Preseason is not about putting up 100 yards. It's about translating your game from college to the NFL. HIOA. Johnson made his living running into stacked boxes, defenses daring him to beat them anyway, and he did, again and again. In the NFL, you can't just out-muscle everyone. You've got to win with vision, timing, and decision-making. That's the adjustment Johnson is facing right now. Chris Hoke said it best, you're going to get to the hole in the NFL, and there will be a guy right there waiting for you. What separates great backs is the ability to make that guy miss and keep the play alive. Johnson showed flashes of that in just 8 carries, and if he can do it consistently, it's going to be a nightmare for opposing defenses. Now, let's zoom out. The Steelers' running back room looks very different this year. It's a 3-headed attack. Jaylen Warren, the dependable grinder, Caleb Johnson, the rookie with burst and power, and Kenneth Gainwell, fresh off a Super Bowl run with the Eagles. Arthur Smith's philosophy is crystal clear. Run the ball, control the clock, and open up the passing game for Aaron Rodgers. That means the running backs will be the engine of this offense if Johnson continues to develop. He's not just going to complement Warren, he could start eating into his carries as early as mid-season by year's end. Don't be shocked. If Johnson's the feature back, the talent's there. The question is whether he can put it all together fast enough. Before we wrap this up, I've got to mention one more name from that Jaguars game, Cameron McCutcheon. The defensive back had a strong showing, including an interception that got wiped out by a roughing the passer penalty. Unfortunately, he also picked up a hamstring injury for a guy fighting for a roster spot. That's tough timing. But if he can get back on the field soon and keep showing that kind of energy, especially on special teams, he's got a real shot at sticking around. This is the kind of depth and competition Mike Tomlin loves to see in camp. The Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver room, yep, we're talking about it again. If it feels like déjà vu, that's because these same questions were hanging in the air last offseason. And here we are, heading into 2025, still asking them, do we have the depth? Do we have the reliability? Do we have a legit number 2 target to take pressure off DK Metcalf and Aaron Rodgers? Those questions have not gone away. Now, make no mistake, Metcalf is a beast. He and Rodgers are already building that chemistry that could light up defenses this year. But even the best quarterbacks need more than one go-to guy. And with Rodgers now 41, he's still got the arm, the smarts, and the competitive fire. But lifting up average receivers like he did in his prime, that's a taller task these days. He needs weapons plural. That's why the rumor mill started spinning earlier. This summer, about a possible trade target, Green Bay Packers wide receiver Romeo Doubs. On paper, it made perfect sense. Doubs has reliable hands, route-running savvy, and the experience to be that solid, dependable option alongside Metcalf. Add him into the mix with Calvin Austin, 3, Roman Wilson, and the tight end group, and suddenly this offense starts looking a whole lot more dangerous. But here's the gut punch. Steelers Nation, those hopes might have just taken a major hit over the weekend. NFL insider Adam Schefter dropped the news that Packers receiver Jayden Reed is dealing with an injury. And here's the problem. Red Reed is out, or even limited. Green Bay is a lot less likely to deal away. They're not going to strip away depth from their own receiver room just to help Pittsburgh, no matter how much sense it might make for us. And just like that, the due to Steelers chatter has cooled off. So where does that leave us? Let's look at what we've got right now. Behind DK Metcalf, we've got Calvin Austin 3, who showed real flashes last season and is now looking to take another step forward. He's quick, he's elusive, and he's starting to find his role in this offense. If he can stay consistent, he could become a legit difference maker. Then there's Roman Wilson. Steelers fans didn't get to see much of him last year. Just 5 offensive snaps, and injuries kept him from getting into any real rhythm. But now, he's healthy, he's motivated, and the coaches are ready to give him a real shot. Wilson's speed, sharp routes, and ability to turn short catches into big gains could be exactly what Rodgers needs. Add in a deep tight end room guys who can block, catch, and give Rodgers safe, reliable outlets, and you start to see how this passing game could come together even without making a splashy trade. And hey, let's not forget what we just saw in the Steelers' preseason opener against Jacksonville. A 31-25 win for passing touchdowns and receivers stepping up to make plays. Sure, it's preseason, but you could feel the competition in that WR room. There are going to be 5, maybe 6 spots available, and guys are hungry to grab one now. I'll be real with you. If the right opportunity comes along to add proven talent, the Steelers should still take that call. But this Doubs situation might be out of our hands now. Green Bay's needs have changed, and unless they feel really confident in their depth, they're not going to move him. So the question becomes, can this group, as it's currently built, get the job done? Can Metcalf, Austin Wilson, and the tight ends give Rodgers enough firepower to keep defenses honest, open up the run game, and help Pittsburgh push deep into the playoffs? That's what the rest of camp and preseason is going to tell us. Personally, I think there's potential here. I think Austin's ready to surprise people. I think Wilson could be a breakout candidate if he stays on the field. And I think Arthur Smith's offensive scheme is going to give Rodgers plenty of ways to spread the ball around. Will it be as easy as just plugging in a proven veteran like Doubs? Maybe not. But if these young guys take the leap, it could be even better long term. And remember, this isn't just about the passing game. If the ground attack with Jaylen Warren and Caleb Johnson gets rolling, defenses won't be able to key in on the receivers as much. A balanced offense is a dangerous offense, and that could be Pittsburgh's best weapon. So here's the bottom line. Caleb Johnson's debut wasn't perfect, but it didn't need to be. He showed the toughness, the flashes of explosiveness, and the physical edge that make him a real fit for Steelers football. The next step is consistency, faster reads, and trusting his instincts. If he gets there, and this offensive line does, its job. Pittsburgh's running game could be the X factor in the 2025 season, and maybe the thing that keeps Aaron Rodgers upright and dangerous all year long. But now, I want to hear from you, Steelers Nation. What did you think of Caleb Johnson's first game? Are you ready to see him take on a bigger role this season, or do you think Jaylen Warren will hold on to that RB1 spot? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit like if you enjoyed the breakdown. And subscribe so you never miss the real stories from inside Steelers Nation. Until next time, here we go.